Like people are joining, jumping in. It's Upbeat tonight, so we're gonna flow a little bit, and we are going to work on an arm balance pose today. So just kind of an FYI that if you are kind of a little poor in the wrist or you have carpal tunnel, I would not recommend this balance pose. So you're welcome to take kind of any other balance pose if you wish, or choosing to just rest if that's more comfortable. If you have any requests for stretching areas, feel free to comment and we will get to those as best as we can. And yeah, I think we're gonna have a good class. So, just see. Hi Glennis, happy Wednesday. So as people kind of come on, maybe giving it another minute or so, just finding ourselves a comfortable space, maybe getting a prop if we like to use that. We'll take a few minutes to kind of collect ourselves and get comfy. Alright, so from where we are, let's go ahead and find a comfortable, maybe seated position. We can choose to start on our backs or maybe in child's pose. As we get comfortable and start to focus on our breath. Just taking easy breaths. Nice natural flow. Allowing the body to relax as we focus on our breath. And let's take a deep breath in, really filling up that stomach and reaching that breath to the top of the chest. Maybe choosing to let that breath out with a nice sigh. Nice deep breath in. Exhaling out. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, letting it go. Bringing ourselves back to a gentle breath. And if we have an intention for this evening's practice, we can choose to set that now. Knowing that it might be quicker pace, maybe we're going to work on breath. Maybe it's just staying in the present moment, because that's what we've come here to do, focusing on ourselves. Or we might find some struggle tonight with some harder style poses, so maybe we need some patience with ourselves, or just kindness and compassion. As we get ready to move into tonight's practice, we remember to ultimately listen to our bodies. If we're taking care of maybe a neck or a shoulder or another area, maybe we're going to gently place a hand there right now, kind of giving us a physical reminder to take care. If we're feeling sore, have any kind of injury, we can release that touch. Bring ourselves back to our breath. We remember to let go of judgment and competition. We've come into this space for ourselves, whether we're by ourselves or sharing that space with others. And from where we are, we'd like to make our way down to our backs. If we're not already there, let's do so. Let's inhale, reaching those arms overhead, taking a total body stretch. And exhale, bringing the knees to the chest for a nice hug. This always feels good if we're feeling some soreness in that low back. I know I've been feeling it a little bit today. Maybe choosing to rock a little side to side, massaging that spine. Let's inhale, reaching arms and legs out. And exhale, bringing that right leg in towards the chest. And let's roll out the ankle here. And going the other direction. We inhale, reaching those arms out, the leg comes with. And exhale, bringing the left leg in towards the chest. Rolling out the ankle here. And going the other direction. Inhale, reaching arms out, leg coming with. And exhale, bringing both legs in. Again, nice little hug. Always have the option to wrap behind those legs. We're looking to take off any strain from the knees. Maybe choosing to rock a little side to side here again. And we can pause in the middle, bringing those hands out to the sides at a T position. And with an exhale, let's let the knees fall to the left side, right shoulder pressing towards the floor, taking a nice twist into the back. We'll be looking over to the right side here, nice deep breath. We also, if we'd like, can straighten that left leg before we take that twist. Feeling a slightly different stretch. Nice deep breaths. And inhale, coming to the middle. With an exhale, letting the knees fall to the right side, left shoulder pressing towards the floor. Maybe choosing to look over towards the left side as we breathe. And also come back to the middle and straighten that right leg, and then dropping to the left side. We inhale, bringing ourselves to the middle, both legs coming to the chest. And let's plant those feet to the mat. Heels about 4 to 6 inches from our butts and our knees lined up with our hips. Hands coming next to our sides, palms pressing into the mat. Inhale, lifting the hips up, weight coming onto the shoulder blades into a nice bridge. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale as we lower down, bringing those hands behind the hips, drawing the knees to the chest. We'll go ahead and make nice little circles here with our knees, gently opening up the hips. We'll work a little bit deeper here when we come to standing. And let's go the opposite direction. Good. We'll pause in the middle, bring those hands out from underneath pushing ourselves up to a seated position, or maybe choosing to rock ourselves all the way up. Good. Headband falling off here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and flip on over to tabletop tonight. Hands coming underneath the shoulders, knees coming underneath the hips. Pulling the belly button towards our spine. Let's go ahead and move through cat and cow. Inhale, dropping the hips, reaching that chest forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine to the top of the head. Find our cat. We're just moving with our breath between each pose. Feel that space forming between each vertebrae of our spine. Nice, good inhale, and a nice push as we round into that exhale. And we're just moving with the natural pace of our breath. Feeling our mind beginning to open as we continue to flow with breath. Bringing ourselves back to middle to our tabletop. And let's exhale, sitting to our heels, finding our child's pose. Arms can be extended out in front of us. Nice long back. Maybe stacking those hands, letting the forehead rest here. And just release into the stretch. Relaxing here to breathe. Taking a few moments to be grounded, releasing into that stretch. And let's inhale, coming up through our tabletop. We're going to drop those hips as we come into a nice kneeling plank. Exhale, keeping the elbows tight, lowering down through our crocodile. Inhale, pressing up, pulling those shoulder blades back, pushing to our child's pose. A few more times with that little flow. Inhale forward, exhale down, lifting up, and exhale back. One more time, inhale forward, lowering down, lifting up, pressing back. Inhale forward, this time we'll tuck the toes as we find a nice high plank. Exhale, lifting the hips, putting our first downward dog for today's class. Maybe choosing to bend those knees a little bit. Check that we're pushing with those hands, lifting those hips high towards the ceiling. Soft knees as an option. Maybe choosing to alternate the heels towards the floor, taking that stretch on the back side of the legs. Pressing both heels towards the floor. From here we look to our hands. Walking our feet to our hands and slowly rolling up to standing. Good. Coming up to the top of our mat to find our mountain pose. Feet hip distance apart, palms facing forward. Finding our standing breath. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands coming heart center. Inhale up, exhale through, inhale up, exhale forward fold, hinging from the hips, soft knees as we lower down towards the ground, and taking our time to roll up nice and slow through each vertebrae of our spine. Inhale up, exhale forward fold, rolling up. Inhale up, exhale fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands coming to the shins or the thighs. Exhale to release and keep soft knees here. And we can roll up or scoop those arms to find a nice reverse swan dive. Exhale, pushing those hips behind, finding our child's pose, chair pose. Inhale up, exhale fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, rolling up or taking that reverse swan dive. Exhale, chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Let's hang here for a few moments. Releasing the neck, releasing the shoulders. Again, keep those knees soft. Maybe we're swinging a little side to side or grabbing the elbows. Whatever feels comfortable here. Good. Let's take our time coming all the way up to standing. Good. So we're going to work the hips a little bit more. So let's turn the long way on our mat. Stepping nice and wide, pointing those toes towards the corners, getting ready to take some moonflowers and sunflowers. Hands coming out to the sides. Inhale, lowering down, knees pressing towards the pinky toe. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Using the glutes, squeezing the inner thighs. Up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Adding in that sunflower, hinging at the bottom with the hips. Exhale, thumbs touching at the top. Try not to fall out of it. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Let's take it 2 more times. Good. Stand up to the top of our mat and taking our sun salutations. Hips coming hip distance, feet coming hip distance apart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Right foot stepping back to our lunge. Left foot stepping back to downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot stepping forward to our lunge. Right foot coming to meet. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Left foot stepping back to lunge. Right foot to downward dog. Inhale, forward plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Right foot stepping forward to our lunge. Left foot to meet. Inhale, up. Exhale, chair 2 more times. Right foot back. Left foot to downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot stepping forward to our lunge. Right foot to meet. Inhale, up. Exhale, chair. 1 more time. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Right foot to downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Right foot forward to lunge. Left foot meets. Inhale, up. Exhale, coming to our chair, holding here. After bring hands to heart center. Pulling that core in nice and strong. Breathing. Inhale, up. Exhale, out. Feel free to shake it out. Hopefully feeling nice and warm now. Maybe getting a sip of water. We'll get ready to move on. All right. Coming back, I'm going to face you guys for this one. Let's bring those feet right underneath the hips, maybe a little bit narrower than our mountain pose. Standing nice and tall. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, let's drop that left arm towards our side. Inhale, stretching opposite directions as we press through those feet. And exhale, side bend. Feeling that nice side stretch. Hand can come to the hip, maybe out to the side as a test of strength. Breathing here. Inhale, up. Exhale, the right arm down. Inhale, stretching opposite directions, nice and long. And exhale, bend. Again, hand can come to the hip. Maybe out to the side for a test of strength. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Or exhale, release, whichever way you'd like to say that. Hand coming a little bit wider with those feet hip distance apart. Let's go ahead and take some shoulder rolls. body. Going the other way. Good. Let's inhale, bringing those arms up. Exhale, press them away from each other as we open up the chest here. Maybe a slight lift of that chin. Have the option to interlace those hands, taking that stretch here if that is what we're looking for. Exhale, release, maybe taking a slight round and shaking it out. Feet coming hip distance apart, facing the front of our mat. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Holding here for a couple of moments. Connecting back to that breath. We're getting ready to move into our mountain 2 for tonight's class, so we're going to up the pace. We might find that we need to quicken our breath. Step it back to our downward dog. So just remember, our main goal is to always stay focused to our breath. And a reminder that we can rest at any time throughout tonight's class. Maybe choosing to come to a nice downward dog or child's pose. Taking our yogi flow here. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift through cobra or up dog. Exhaling back to our downward dog. Again, taking that inhale forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. This time, adding in a little bit of fun. We're going to go ahead and bend the knees and bend the arms, shooting through to our plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to downward dog. One more time as we inhale forward, we bend those knees, bend the elbows to bring ourselves into our plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back. Good. Holding here in our downward dog. Let's inhale that right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing the knee to the chest. Inhale up. We flex the foot, bend the knee, and pull the heel to the butt to open up the hip. Nice three-legged dog here. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale up, flexing the foot, bending the knee, pointing heel to the butt, opening up the hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, stepping through to a low lunge. Hands coming on either side of that foot. Maybe putting a block into play here. We always have the option to take fists for wrists. And let's drop that left knee down, letting those hips sink forward. Maybe choosing to come up, pressing down through that heel, lowering down, and standing up to our warrior 1. Hips pointing towards the front of the mat. Left foot turning out at 45 degrees. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower down. Tummy is pulling in. Option bring those hands to heart somewhere if we're feeling some shoulder fatigue. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, holding here. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, opening to warrior 2. Right knee pushing towards that pinky toe, flying up the heel of our right foot to the arch of our left. Arms are front and back. Feeling that strength. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down to hold here. Right palm flips. Inhale up to find reverse warrior. Left arm resting on our left leg. Looking up at our right fingertips or back at our left toes. Inhale, moving to our warrior 2. Exhale, bring that elbow to the thigh. Left arm reaching up to find our side angle. We're looking to bring extended side angle, which I think everyone should try tonight. We're gonna really lower into those hips, maybe bringing our hand to the mat or a block. And we can reach that line a little bit longer. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reverse warrior one more time. Optional half bind for those who are familiar with it. Inhale, moving through our warrior two. Exhale, coming to side angle, or maybe choosing to lower down to extended side angle. Inhale, coming up, straightening that right leg, pushing that weight back into our left hip. Inhale, reach it over. Exhale, coming down for our triangle. Working to stack that left shoulder on top of the right. And think of being pressed between two pieces of glass. So we're firm, flat, up against a wall. Exhale, folding over that right leg back to our low lunge. Left knee comes down, hip sinking forward. Option to take a deeper stretch and walking that right foot to the outside edge as the right arm comes on the inside. Maybe choosing to roll to the outside of the right foot, moving that stretch into our inner thigh. You can also try lowering down to the elbows or a block. We're looking to an even deeper stretch. And back up to our hands if we're not already there. Walking our right foot back to the middle, hands come on either side. Left toe tucking under, back to our low lunge. Exhale, set the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to chair. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to our downward dog. Taking our yogi flow a few times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pushing through those hands, shoulders rolling back and down. Exhale, back to downward dog. Taking that with our own breath. And if we liked the arm workout with bending into those arms, feel free to continue to add that. Creating some arm strength, because we are going to take an arm balance pose tonight. As always, we can listen to our bodies, choosing to rest here in downward dog, or maybe coming all the way down to child's pose. Ultimately, this is your practice. All right, from where we are, let's find our downward dog if we're not already there. Inhale that left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing that knee to the chest. Weight transferring over to the hands. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale up, flexing that foot, bending the knee, putting the heel to the butt, opening up the hip. Think of pressing that right heel towards the floor. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, transferring the weight. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up, flexing the foot, bending the knee, putting the heel to the butt, opening up the hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, stepping between the hands to our low lunge. Hands coming on either side. Option to bring a block into play here. Stacking that left knee over our left ankle. Finding that good low lunge. Dropping that right knee down, hip sinking forward. Can choose to stay here. Maybe adding a little arm lift, a little chest lift. If that's something that interests us. As always, if you need to roll out the wrist at any time, take that too. And we're doing a lot of arm work today. Let's stand it up to our warrior one. Hips point towards the front of the mat. right toes pointing towards the side. Core is pulling up and in, arms up, shoulders pressing down. Option to come to heart center. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Check that we've taken a wide enough stance so that we're not pushing that knee over our toes. We want it more over our ankle. Holding here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, up and opening to our warrior two. Left knee pushing towards our pinky toe. So pushing through that heel. So right toes turn towards the side. Arms reaching front and back, gazing past the tip of our middle finger. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, holding here. Finding that breath. Staying connected. Left palm flips. Inhale to reverse warrior. Gazing up at our left fingertips or back at our right toes. Does that right arm rest on our right leg? Inhale, moving through our warrior two, bringing that left elbow to the thigh, right arm reaching up to find side ankle. Or maybe continue to lower those hips towards the ground. Bring a block into play here. Maybe that left hand's gonna find the block. Reaching that right arm over, extending that line for extended side angle. Working to strengthen the legs here. Inhale, pressing through that left leg, coming up for a straight leg. Exhale, coming back under a warrior two. Left palm flips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Optional half bind if we're familiar with it. Working to wrap those right fingertips to the front of our left hip. Breathing. Inhale, moving through warrior two. Exhale, coming to side angle or extended side angle. Inhale, pushing through that leg, coming up. Straightening that left leg, pushing back into our right hip. Inhale, reaching over, dropping that left arm to find our triangle. Right shoulder stacked on top of the left. We can find, maybe it's the shin, maybe it's our ankle, maybe it's the mat or a block. Feeling that stretch in our inner thigh. And exhale, folding over the left leg, coming back to our low lunge. Dropping that right knee down, hips sinking forward. And maybe choosing to walk that left foot to the outside edge, left arm coming on the inside, taking a deeper stretch. You can roll to the outside of that left foot, moving that stretch into the inner thigh. Maybe trying to lower down to the elbows or a block. Come back up to our hands. If we are down, walking that left foot back to the middle as hands come on either side. Right toes tucking under, going up to our low lunge. Exhale, stepping the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to our chair. Inhale up. And exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to our downward dog. From here, we choose to flow, which I would recommend, or rest in downward dog or child's pose. Work on some arm strength there as we lower down, elbows tight, and then pushing through those hands. Nice little tricep style push up. Maybe one or two more flows. Good, taking a few moments in downward dog. We're not done through our work phase tonight yet. I know, you were all hoping for it, weren't you? Okay. Let's inhale forward to plank, holding here. Finding that breath. Pressing through those hands. Working to have those shoulders over the wrists. And we're gonna work on some side planks tonight. Everybody's favorites. There are a lot of modifications when it comes to side planks, so just take it where it's comfortable for you. All right? Now remember, I'm opposite of you, so you can either choose to follow with what I'm doing and do a mirror, or you can just listen to what I'm saying. So from our plank, moving into our side plank, we're going to take supported side plank first. We drop that left foot down and kick it out to the side as a kickstand. And then from here, we rotate onto that left hand, reaching that right arm up. And here's our supported side plank. Oops, a little bit closer. Now from here, if we'd like, we can maybe try lifting that right leg up, having some play there. Just press through that left hand, engaging that shoulder. Don't sink into it. Push away. For those looking for a full side plank, from our plank position, we're going to roll over to that left foot and that left hand, keeping the right arm or the right foot on top. From here, if we'd like, I'm not going to be very good at this, we can try reaching that right leg up, adding some additional balance. Play with it where it's comfortable for you. This is meant to be a little bit of a challenge. Come out of it as much as you need. We'll take a little relief in the middle. All right, bring it back over to plank. Go ahead and exhale, lower down, pressing up and back to child's pose. We take a few moments here to rest, maybe rolling out those wrists. And we'll get ready to take the opposite side. All right, hopefully you've rolled out the wrists a little bit, taking a few moments in child's pose. Let's inhale, coming back up to our tabletop. And then we'll tuck the toes to find our plank. If high plank is a little bit tough for us yet, we can always take our kneeling plank and take supported side plank from here. So, supported side plank, we drop the right knee, turn those right toes to the side of our mat to open up and take a kickstand. From here, we rotate over that right hand, reaching the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, taking our supported side plank. I hope you can see me. Okay. Maybe lifting up that left leg, kind of a little adductor work there if we'd like. Or if we're in our high plank, we rotate over that right foot onto the right hand, opening up side plank here. Maybe we're working to lift that left leg up, adding a little bit more balance. Play with it a little bit, take some time. Comment if you've got some questions. And from where we are releasing from our side plank, coming back to our regular plank or our kneeling plank, exhale, lower down, lifting up, exhale back. Rolling out the wrists here because we're not done with our hand and our arm work yet. We're going to have crow as our balance pose today. All right. From our child's pose, let's inhale, coming up through tabletop, tucking the toes, lifting up into our downward dog. Nice wide hands here. Looking to the hands, walking the feet to the hands. Staying in a forward fold. If we're looking to stretch the back side of those arms, because we might be feeling it from some of those side planks and stuff, bend those knees. We're going to tuck the hands underneath the balls of our feet. So you're just going to think of bringing your fingertips to the middle of your arch, or the back side of your arch. And go ahead and put that weight into those hands. Nice gorilla stretch here. Let the weight do the work. Releasing those hands. Slowly rolling ourselves up. Let's inhale, arms up. And exhale to release. Maybe shaking it out a little bit, taking a few moments, getting a sip of water, and we'll get ready for today's balance pose. All right. Coming up towards the top of our mat, hopefully I'm not too blinded by the sun here. Feet, instead of being our typical hip distance apart, how crow works. And a reminder, if we're having some wrist issues, we can totally take a tree pose or anything else you may be familiar with. We're just taking some simple stretches if we're going to choose to skip out on our balance pose today. So from where we are, excuse myself a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and bring the heels together and turning the toes out towards the sides of our mats. If you ever took dance class, first position, that's what we wanna find right now. All right, so heels are kissing as we call it, toes pushing out towards the sides. We're gonna inhale those arms up nice and high. And exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and bend into those knees, lowering ourselves towards our mat. Now as we're here, we're gonna bend those knees a little bit more, bringing our upper body nice and close to our legs. Go ahead and plant those hands as you would for your downward dog. Nice firm plant, pushing through. And from here, as we lower down, really trying to bring our elbows to the outsides of our knees, or our knees to the outside, are on top of our triceps. So I guess I'll try to turn a little bit so you guys can see. So I came from here and I folded over, lowering down. Some of us, if we have long legs and tight hamstrings, might want to lift up onto the toes as we bend down, putting that weight into our hands, elbows coming into our triceps. Now from here, we're going to work to bring the weight into our hands. So we're just leaning forward, rounding through that back. And for us, this might be our crow today. If we're feeling confident, and we've taken a good fold, bring that weight into our hands, bring that weight forward. Maybe we're just coming to our tippy toes, or maybe if we're ready, you might need to narrow those hands, play with placement a little bit. We can try reaching one, oh boy, I'm gonna try, or both legs off the ground, taking your crow. So that was only for like a couple seconds for me. You can always start all the way from the beginning, taking that placement, bending those legs, bring those elbows, our knees to the sides of our elbows, putting that weight there, and finding our crow. Woohoo, I did it! All right, if you're finding that you're falling forward, push through those hands to push your weight to the back. Good, hopefully you've had a few moments to play with that. From where we are, coming back to a nice forward fold, rolling up, woo, shaking out those arms. Nice one to work on in the future on our own time. But that's about all the time we have for that for today's class. So we'll get ready to wrap it up. All right, shaking out those arms. Might feel a little sore in those triceps where we had the weight. Just something that comes over time. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, bringing them behind us, opening up that chest. Nice lift here. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Hanging out here for a couple of moments. We're going to take a standing hamstring stretch today. So while we're in our forward fold, we have a block near us and we know we like to move it to the front. We can go ahead and do so. May choose to heel toe those feet in just a little bit. And from here, we might go ahead and bend both knees slightly. That's perfectly fine. We're going to work to plant our left hand. We can choose a fist for wrist, to the mat, hand can come all the way down, or maybe we're finding a block. Remember, we've got multiple heights. We're working with a block. So we plant our left hand to the mat or a block, straightening that right leg a little bit, keeping that left leg bent. If this is a deep enough stretch, we can stay right here. Otherwise, we can inhale, twist, opening to that right side, reaching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling to find that stretch. Watch we're not totally dropping into that left hip. Pull that hip back a little bit, working to keep them as even as possible. Breathing through this stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway left, find a nice flat back. Remember, hands can come to the shins or the thighs. And with an exhale, we will release, getting ready to stretch the left leg this time. So this time we're going to plant our right hand to the mat or a block as we bend both knees first. And then from here, if we'd like, we can straighten that left leg, whether it's a little bit or all the way. Keeping that right hand planted, we can choose to stay right here for this stretch. Or maybe inhale, twisting that body, reaching those left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Working to pull that right hip back a little bit. Keeping those hips as even as we can. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift that back. Exhale, release. And let's step back to a nice downward dog. Bending those knees, coming into a nice tabletop. We're going to take a frog stretch today for our hip stretch. So you're going to see me turn just a little bit. Some of us may choose to fold our mat into thirds, or say on a harder surface. Maybe if we're not on carpet. There, I'll turn this way. So for our frog, basically what we're going to do is we're going to come to tabletop sideways. And we're going to work, trying to line myself up for you guys. You can go ahead and widen that stance, kind of bringing your knees towards the edge of the mat. And then we're going to flex our feet and letting them come to the sides, working to line up our knee to our ankle. Nice 90 degrees here. So we've come into this nice weird frog position. Checking that ankle to knee alignment, trying to find our 90 degrees. And watch that we're not arching into that back. We're still pulling that belly button up towards our spine, supporting that low back. From here, if we'd like, we can maybe push back or forward, playing with placement a little bit to where you find a good stretch. Also the option to maybe come down to the elbows or a block as we work to strengthen that core, stretching deep into the inner thighs here, into our frog stretch. Focusing on our breath so we slow ourselves down. You know, we can play with that placement a little bit in that frog stretch. Good. From here, if we're on our elbows, we can come back up to our hands and just kind of heel toeing or almost toe kneeing, I guess, towards the middle. You can unroll the mat if we've rolled it into our thirds. And we'll come to meet in a nice staff pose. So legs out in front of us, sitting nice and high on our sit bones. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, reaching towards those legs. Hands maybe finding the shins or the thighs, and working to hinge from the hips, keeping length in that back to really feel that stretch. Holding here for a couple of more breaths. Rolling ourselves up, shaking out those legs if we'd like. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, fold. We're able to grab our feet, working to wrap to the outsides of the legs to really feel that stretch. Rolling ourselves up and shaking out. Take a nice low back stretch today. All sorts of issues with that headband. So let's bring our left leg out to the side as our right foot comes to the middle, or towards our inner thigh. So we're going to stay on both sit bones, flexing that left foot. We've taken the stretch before, so you may be familiar with it. We're going to slide that left hand along the inside of our left leg. You might already start to feel that stretch on the side of our low back. So for some of us, we may choose to just bring our right hand to our hip and then working to roll that right shoulder back and down, opening it up. Some of us might choose to reach that right arm up and over, working towards the foot, but our gaze is actually going to be up towards the ceiling, so that we think of opening that shoulder to deepen that stretch in the back. Breathing here. And from where we are, sliding that right hand down the body, bringing ourselves back up to a seated position. Extending that right leg out, bringing our left foot to our inner thigh, flexing that right foot. Sitting nice and tall to start, sliding that right hand down the inside of our right leg. Again, maybe choosing to bring the left hand to our hip or to our low back. So we work to roll that shoulder open, back and down. Or maybe reaching that left hand over towards our right toes. So we work to roll that shoulder open, gazing up towards the ceiling. Sliding that left hand on the body as we pull ourselves back up. Shaking out those legs. And let's go ahead and roll down to our backs, bringing those knees to our chest. Maybe choosing to rock a little side to side here. Really connecting back to that breath as we slow down. We're still feeling at the wrists a little bit. Maybe rolling those out too. Always good to take some counter stretches. Pushing on the backs of those hands later today if we're still feeling some soreness. We did a lot of weight into the hands today, so it might feel different than what we're used to. All right, if we're rocking side to side here, let's go ahead and pause in the middle. I'm gonna take another spinal twist just because those feel so good. Hands coming out to the sides at a T position again. And if we'd like, we can let both knees fall towards the left side. Or maybe we're letting that left leg straighten, letting that right knee fall towards the left side. You can choose to take that twist into the neck, looking over to the right side. Just some nice deep breaths here. Inhale, coming back to the middle. And we're ready with an exhale, either letting both knees fall to the right side, or just that left knee falls as the right leg straightens. Maybe taking that twist into the neck, looking over to the left side here as we breathe. Bringing both legs back to the middle. Go ahead and giving those legs a nice hug. Maybe choosing to rock side to side again. And tonight we'll finish out with our happy baby pose. So let's flex both feet, wrapping our hands around the sides of those feet and then pressing those heels up towards the ceiling. Thinking of plugging our knees towards our armpits. Maybe choosing to rock side to side here, or straighten one or both legs at a time. A few moments of playtime just for yourself. Maybe exploring what feels good in this position with your body. As you're ready, we can exhale to release. And extending the legs out in front of us, or maybe on top of a bolster or a pillow. Feet relax, hips relax, hands coming out to the sides, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Moving into our Shavasana, final resting pose. Bringing ourselves back to our breath as we let our body completely relax. Our whole practice, this is what we work towards. A few moments of complete peace. Noticing the stomach rise and fall with each breath. Our body becoming heavier and heavier as we release into the mat or the space that we are practicing. Check that we've released any tension in the face, the neck, and the shoulders, even the fingers or the toes, or any other areas that we tend to hold tension within our body. Just allowing ourselves to feel the full benefits of tonight's practice. The connection between our mind, our body, and our breath. We may start to notice thoughts finding their way in, which is perfectly natural. We don't need to get frustrated with ourselves. We can just acknowledge that they're there, and then releasing them out into the world, just as we would release the ripples floating on the water, letting them slowly fade away, and bringing our attention back to our breath. If we had an intention that we set at the beginning of today's practice, maybe draw our attention back to that intention. Maybe taking a few moments to reflect on how it went throughout today's practice. After a few moments of reflection, we can release that intention out into the world. It served its purpose, and now it can be free. Again, if our mind is beginning to wander as it naturally will, becoming conscious of that and bringing ourselves back to our breath. As we're ready, we can start to deepen our breath, bringing full awareness back to our bodies. Maybe starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Just gently waking ourselves back up. Maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles. Bringing some movement and blood flow back into our bodies. As we're ready, we can inhale, reaching overhead, taking a total body stretch. And exhale, bringing the knees to the chest. Another moment for a little hug. And when we're ready, we can roll to one side, using that top hand to push us up to a seated position. Or maybe choosing to rock ourselves all the way up. Bringing ourselves into a nice, easy seated pose. Just finishing out with a few neck stretches here. So working to sit nice and tall. Hands can come to our knees or maybe to our sides. Letting those shoulders relax. Looking up towards the ceiling. And then tucking that chin towards our chest as we drop our gaze towards the floor. Just feeling a nice gentle stretch along the back side of our neck. Bringing our head to the middle. Tilting our right ear towards the shoulder. Maybe choosing to press that left hand towards the floor or gently pull with that right hand to deepen the stretch. Holding here, focusing on that breath. And if we don't have our hand on our head, we're going to go ahead and bring it there as we tuck our chin towards our chest, bringing our gaze past our armpit, and then bringing that hand to the back of our head and just giving it a nice gentle pull towards the earth. Feeling that stretch into our scalenes. Breathing here. We slowly bring our head back to the middle and then turning into our neutral position. From here, we tilt our left ear towards our shoulder, maybe pressing through with that right hand towards the floor or gently pulling with that left hand. Feeling that nice side stretch in the neck. And then from here, if we don't have our left hand up to our head, we're going to bring it to the back of our head as we tuck that chin towards our chest and then bringing our gaze past our armpit, gently pulling here, tucking that chin. We slowly release, guiding that head back to the middle. Inhale, squeezing those shoulders up towards our ears. Exhale, rolling them back and down. One more time, inhale up to squeeze. Exhale to release. Inhale, arms coming up overhead towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands finding heart center. Bowing our heads to our hearts. I honor the light and love that's in both you and me. Namaste.